Okay guys, today got a little treat for you. A little bit late on this, but finally got over 100 subs. So you know what? It's time to do a little commentary. A commentary of AlwaysRandomTowers versus Treeckosaurus. So get excited. I haven't actually commed in a bit of a while, so yeah, this might be a little rusty of a comm. Sorry in advance if it is, but you know what? We're gonna try and power through it. But one thing to note though, Treeckosaurus is layering pretty nicely, getting AlwaysRandomTowers to leak 2 lives, which can be important. Because 2 lives can win or lose you the game. Not around 40, obviously in this case, but you know, in just more luck-based situations where you have to depend on your ninja for distraction and kind of on your Blade Maelstrom and computer for lag, which isn't really luck-based, but the smart people will see what I'm trying to get at. And something interesting that we can note from the start of this game is that Treeckosaurus is going for the classic 2-1 ninja and a 3-0 attack, opposed to AlwaysRandomTowers doing the more new kind of strat where you start off with a 3-0 and a 2-0 attack and then upgrade that to a 3-0, which is what he just did now. So pros and cons. Treeckosaurus's 3-0 attack into a ninja. It's much more safer. Well, yeah, it's much more safer, and it minimalizes most of the leaks, especially from layering. Pros from AlwaysRandomTowers is 2 3-0 attacks. So much more cheaper. So much more cheaper. You can get a lot more eco, but it is so much more dangerous to heavy layering, which is kind of what Treeckosaurus is doing now, but Art already layered pretty nicely against Treeckosaurus to make him leak down to 120 lives. So it's a pretty good job on AlwaysRandomTowers' part. So now both having to sell up for that Ring of Fire. Ooh, bit late on that by AlwaysRandomTowers being really greedy there. So good for him, because greed is always pretty important, because greed is nice. And honestly, who doesn't love greed these days? Because everyone is greedy nowadays. Not many people harass except me and AlwaysRandomTowers, ironically, and Tyler. Just because that basically it's gotten to the point where most greed and wins. As long as you can defend most things and are smart enough to basically defend simple rushes, you basically win the game. So now both players getting up their mortars. Treeckosaurus interestingly sending some economy moves, so I guess both of these players were actually expecting to try and defend farm, or farm defend. Said that backwards, my B. Defend farm. I feel stupid now. But yeah. Interesting though, because the farm defend is actually really interesting, because you can get about 300 less eco, or even sometimes the same amount of eco that an eco player would get, and your farms. Which is really insane if you ask me. If you can get the same amount of income as you can get while just going normal balloon income, plus those farms, that's pretty good and pretty powerful. So props to L5 for coming up with that tactic, which is now used, or which now can be used in more chess-like situations depending on what's going on. So AlwaysRandomTowers getting up his farms now instead of going eco, which is interesting at that, because Treeckosaurus keeps going eco. So maybe Always Random Towers was probably just going for the high starting eco and then full out farms, which is a bit of an older tactic, but you know what? As long as you make it work, that's all that matters. Just as long as it works. And Treeckosaurus still sending these Crispberry Eco Boons, so that's basically telling me that he is doing the farm defend, because Always Random Towers keeps increasing his farms, which means that he should be rushing. Unless I am totally out of whack, which I kind of am, because, excuse me, I've kind of taken a break from KOTH, not only on purpose, kind of, because life has been an ass to me lately, but, I mean, no one's accepting my challenges, and no one is challenging me, which is sad. Because I want to play, but at the same time I can't. I was in this predicament before, though, so I'll get past it someday. Maybe I'll become a noble again if I care to try hard enough and not throw enough. Let's see if these ceramics does any damage to each player. Ooh, Treeckosaurus leaking a lot of lives. Will he die? No. Okay, that's good, because I've seen people died around 20 ceramics before, and it is not really healthy, because dying to ceramics is obviously not healthy. But, here we see Always Random Towers doing the attack, and Treeckosaurus doing the farm defend with 40 lives. So let's see if he can pull this off. Looks like he's going for the Blade Maelstrom tactic, where you Blade Maelstrom them. And looks like he Blade Maelstrom those way too early, but the ping probably got in the way. Or not got in the way, but is affecting that. Yeah, ping, that's all ping right there. Only I could have Always Random Towers check the ping, but I can't. So another interesting thing is that Treeckosaurus is not doing the 2 Bloonjitsus and 1 3-2 Ninja for the defend, which basically allows you to only need to Sabo, which is really nice, because then you don't have to waste money on the Blade Maelstrom. But the Blade Maelstrom is so much more reliable that I guess Treeckosaurus is trusting it, and ooh, that's weird. Wonder what he was Blade Maelstroming there. Cause I mean, the balloons must be behind. I don't think they can go, because I mean, they obviously can't go in front of what Always Random Towers is sending, so it must have been that the BFB before those mobs got through. And Treeckosaurus is leaking more lives. What? Man, it stinks, because I want to know what's leaking, but you can't see it because of the ping. But, ooh, 36 lives, that's kind of rough, and he is running out of farms, so Always Random Towers still has 4 farms to sell. Now 3, but Treeckosaurus is also countering with the Moab, and perfect Blade Maelstrom timing by Always Random Towers, which is really nice. Ooh boy, Treeckosaurus is running out of defense. Actually, no, he's not. He's just running out of money. Pretty nice defend by Treeckosaurus so far, though. I gotta give him that. Ooh, these ceramics are not going through, I'm assuming. Because OP ping is OP. Still. And, yeah, no metal defense or camo metal defense for our art, so GG, obviously. And these regrowth ceramics are not going to do anything, because God mode is a really powerful thing in this game. Oh, and he's just gonna Blade Maelstrom again. Out of farms for Always Random Towers. While Treeckosaurus is still chugging along at this defend. Wow, what a good defend by Treeckosaurus. As he is still defending these, but I'm assuming he cannot defend these 2 BFBs. No, he can't defend these. So now you can see that Treeckosaurus is also sending regrowth camo rainbows, and Always Random Towers is leaking. Looks like Treeckosaurus is going to take down Always Random Towers with the camo region rainbows. Ooh, that was a really good game by Treeckosaurus right there. Really, utilizing that farm defend and then the counter rush at the end to take down AlwaysRandomTowers, who had run out of money. So, on to game 2, we see that we have Hydro Dam, both starting out with the normal start, except Treeckosaurus is starting out with more eco, so maybe Treeckosaurus is actually farm defending again. Which I find, actually no I don't find, but I hypothesize that is pretty reasonably more difficult on this map than others because of the fact that by reselling and rebuying Sabo on top of Bionic Boomers for 20, or not even that, turbocharges, is pretty expensive. Pretty expensive to the fact that you won't be able to defend that much in, whoa, AlwaysRandomTowers getting 3-1 ninja. Talk about old school right there. Man, blast from the past. Haven't seen that in a while. At least haven't seen that and a farm in a while. And a mortar. Because not many people do that anymore. So, I guess AlwaysRandomTowers kind of knows that Treeckosaurus is doing the farm defend after last game, and based on what he's seeing now, Treeckosaurus is not getting any farms. But he stopped sending balloons, which could mean that he's being greedy or saving up for a farm, or... yeah, he's probably saving up for a farm, because he got the mortar straight off the bat, but he's still gonna rush and give a little harassment. Now Treeckosaurus is getting black sent at him as long as... Start over. Treeckosaurus getting black sent at him just like AlwaysRandomTowers. But the thing I wanted to say was, and my cat's meowing. The thing I wanted to say is that Treeckosaurus could have possibly went for the 1-0 boomerang tactic, but that also leaks a lot and is more expensive. But at least it doesn't. At least it allows you to save like $200 off selling the ninja. So. Yeah, if you think that's worth it, just yeah. And I like Treeckosaurus' greed right here. I like it. Now I don't like how AlwaysRandomTowers was not rushing until now, but I do like how he is rushing, and Treeckosaurus will only lose a few lives, down to 112 opposed to our AlwaysRandomTowers at 122. So he can't fit. AlwaysRandomTowers cannot fit the 4th farm. Oh no, that's not good. Oh, that is definitely not good. Oh, I see you, Art. You wanted those camos though. You wanted those camos. Art wanted those camos. I mean, once you cannot fit the 4th farm, you're at a really big disadvantage. So, I mean, getting Treeckosaurus to overreact and sell farms, or even just kill Treeckosaurus or get Treeckosaurus down to like even 20 lives, that could actually be pretty beneficial, even though he's losing probably about 30k in a rush that would do so. But keeps trying to fit it, but he can't fit it. So now both players greeting, not getting their bloom jitsus. What would I do in this situation? I would do what they're doing. I'm smart enough to know that both these players are high level enough to know that they know how to defend and not over defend at this point, unlike me, who would probably sell 3 farms, or 3 2-0 farms, or 3 farms, which is 2-0 farms equivalent. Well, you can just do the math however you want to. 3 2-0 farms, and get basically a Ricochet, and probably a Boomjitsu Ninja, and probably another Double Shot Ninja, because I get scared a lot of rushes most of the time. Now, I mean, that's kind of because I don't really trust my luck, because Most people know why, but yeah, I don't really trust my luck, so I overreact. But here we see some aggressiveness by AlwaysRandomTowers. Mob and a Rod will take him down, but no, not at all. What a good defend by Treeckosaurus. That was a really good timing on the Glaive Lord, the turbocharge. He timed it at the perfect time where it was still able to take down the mob and that rod. But then again, he also had the 2 ricochets, so that also helped clear the rod, obviously. I probably said obviously a few, like, 2 times in that sentence, which, nah, that's weird. Ooh, round 20 being a meanie again, making AlwaysRandomTowers down to 112, so that means draw around 40, GG. I think that means Treeckosaurus picks the map. Oh well. Let's see Treeckosaurus' farm defend, because he's obviously not rushing, and he's obviously building towers. So maybe Treeckosaurus... Okay, Treeckosaurus is going for the Spam Bloom Jitsu and 1 turbocharge defend strategy, which might work, and might also not work, and oh, it might work right there. No, it did not, and more ping getting in the way of the commentary, as AlwaysRandomTowers has to sell a lot of farms to defend just 1 AI mob, which is not good. And Treeckosaurus, ping still affecting him. Oh, but he still leaks lives. He still leaks lives. So Treeckosaurus is sold all his farms. All he can rely on now is probably the 850 eco he has, and he counter rushes, hard counter rush right here with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fast cooldown moabs. These BFBs are not getting popped because he has the ricochets. AlwaysRandomTowers has these boomers, but the Stratus is going to on both sides. Who's gonna win? Oh my gosh! AlwaysRandomTowers takes that. Oh my gosh! Oh, AlwaysRandomTowers, you lucky son of a gun! Man, that was good. That was really close. Those ceramics were... words can't describe. Well, they can, but smart ones should know what I mean. But here we see game 2. Oh, 2. I'm stupid. Game 3. Score is 1-1. I hope and I think, with AlwaysRandomTowers leaking 5 lives before round 4. I always leak, might as well do it early. So true. That's my life story, bro. But, AlwaysRandomTowers has to recover from that. Oh, so close to win. He almost had that with those ceramics going through, but can't focus on that game anymore as we have another one in front of our eyes right now. Ice Flow. So a smart person might know that Treeckosaurus likes Ice Flow, because Ice Flow is just Treeckosaurus' map. Unless I'm that far behind on things, which I probably am, Treeckosaurus has loved this map, and this is just his map. Even when he won farms, let's all have a moment of silence for that mistake. Even when he went bomb on this map, which only Nicotine does now, or Nicotine, however you pronounce it, Nicotine, you know, when he only went bomb, I mean, yeah, he was good at using bomb, and he won a lot of games with it. But he switched over to attack, and so did everyone else, because round 20 is OP, so he basically switched to attack, and he is just as good at attack as he was with bomb. So props goes to Treeckosaurus for being one of the better Ice Flow players in the game of battles at the moment. And one of the better ones, probably history. Bandicam trying to cut me off. I caught you, Bandicam. Okay, but yeah, Treeckosaurus being a really, really good Ice Flow player, since he quote-unquote mastered it, almost. No one masters any maps. We all just get really good at them until someone else gets better at them. There's no mastering. And ooh, AlwaysRandomTowers going with a black-pink rush, so interesting rush there. I don't think that'll do anything. Did a few lives, so that's nice, I guess, but holy bejeezers. 800 eco and going, oh my god. You're not supposed to get this much income, AlwaysRandomTowers. You're not supposed to get this much income! Freaking greedy. Makes me mad to see this greed. Oh, it makes me so mad. Oh, can't stand it. Especially for the fact that they're not doing the strat of sending, well, not strat, the tactic of sending blacks, so kind of have to upgrade that to Ring of Fire to deal with those leads better. And Treeckosaurus leaking for no reason, even because he got the Ring of Fire, so there definitely is no reason. But let's think ahead of the future. What can AlwaysRandomTowers do to get back in this game? Well, he can do the if he thinks Treeckosaurus will fall for it, which is obviously a possibility because all players will probably fall to this, is the ceramic 1.75. You're funny, Treeckosaurus. You are funny. You can do the Moab layering with the leads technique. If Treeckosaurus wants to blade maelstrom the contents of the bloody Moab, AlwaysRandomTowers can actually layer the Moab so that it will pop, and then the ceramics will be right over the leads of round 19, I believe, or round 20. I forgot what round it's on because I haven't actually seen it happen in a while, but I know it's a thing because I've seen it before, and it's happened to me too. So, yeah. Oh yeah, round 19. If he wanted to, he could have layered the Moab with those leads coming out right now. But he didn't, so this might be going late game, because they're both going constant eco and no one is really saving up, so everybody can go get their popcorn, get their recliners, bring their computer or phone to a comfy chair, and sit back and relax and enjoy the ride to round 40. Because, I mean, I don't really see how AlwaysRandomTowers can win before round 40, unless it's obviously killing Treeckosaurus with the Oh My God Rush, or just one of the two derping out. But, ooh, I see you, AlwaysRandomTowers. You're going to go for the BFB exploit. I see you. I see you. Going for the BFB exploit. This might actually work. Okay, no. Will it work? Because he did that, and yeah, that did not work. Oh well. That was a good attempt, though. It was a good attempt. If Treeckosaurus didn't Sabo right there, he might have died to that. But he did, so easy defend right here. Rape shot boats, destroying these bloody Moabs. Another 3-0 attack for extra Moab cleanup. Maelstrom for balloon cleanup, and you don't even need a Maelstrom. You can just get a Ring of Fire with one of those 3-0 attacks in the back. Okay, he just gets Ring of Fire in a god-awful position, but it's a Ring of Fire nonetheless. AlwaysRandomTowers is out of Random Towers, ceramic being sent, and that is the game. Even though he melee strums. Still survives. Ha! Still trying to win, but nope, not happening. Bloody Moab dead, and that's the G for AlwaysRandomTowers. Now losing the series after a heartbreaking Hydro Dam loss. So, whew. On to game 4. Yeah, game 4. AlwaysRandomTowers has chosen Inkblot. 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 So Inkblot is a very interesting map. It is a very, in my mind, very, very, very difficult map to at least Blade Maelstrom spam on, because who knows what L5 has made up now, or, you know, Battles community in general. Probably another Blue Ninjutsu 3-2 Ninja spam to defeat BFB, which is probably a thing without me even knowing it on this map. But it is really difficult to spam Blade Maelstroms on this map because your placement has to be super precise. And me, I have personally really shaky hands, so it's really hard for me to place the Blade Maelstrom in the really close cracks of the track and the wall. Like next to the mortars, if you go down next to the track, the exit where people Maelstrom, it's kind of hard to put Blade Maelstroms there. And AlwaysRandomTowers destroying Treeckosaurus live with excellent layering. Props to him, because I'm bad at layering, so I should probably be watching this, but you know what? Blade Maelstroms are more important at the moment. But yeah, Blade Maelstroms are really difficult to place for people. I mean, not all people, like L5 and Smurfblade and Nicotine, and, you know, name off lots of other players, obviously. But I mean, that's why people always preset their Blade Maelstroms, but even when I do that, I still find troubles defending, which is bad, I know. I still find troubles, but oh well. At least the left side allows you to place your Blade Maelstroms under the Ring of Fire, like where the ninjas were at the beginning of the game for the cleanup, where you had the mortar, 3-0 attack, and the ninja. You can place your 3-0 Blade Maelstrom right there, and that can fit a lot easier, in my opinion. And you can also fit it on the left side of the track at the bottom, because obviously Blade Maelstrom going against the grain is like 2 times better than going with the grain. And I like AlwaysRandomTowers greed right there, even though it probably wasn't even considered greed at this point. Greed would probably be getting another farm, but let's see. Ooh, no camo defense for Treecko, because he went for the farm. That's the greed. That's the greed I was talking about. That's greed. Except for the fact that it probably wasn't worth this point, because Treeckosaurus is at 23 lives. 23 lives is not a healthy number to be at when you're farm defending. And I'm only assuming he's farm defending because of what I have seen in the past few games. Because usually patterns repeat themselves. Unless they're me, because I do whatever I feel like. You know what? I'm a rebel. Maybe AlwaysRandomTowers can just send some ceramics though, because ceramics are powerful against 14 Ninja, especially when you're at 23 lives. And that's what he's going to do. Luck is on Treeckosaurus' side. So no lives lost. And also no overreact. So AlwaysRandomTowers' point of that attack was to also get Treeckosaurus to overreact. And also by like a 3-2 ninja in the back right there, where you see that 0-1 ninja. Yeah, I was supposed to be a 3-2 ninja. So good job for Treeckosaurus, not overreacting and not dying. Well, let's see if Treeckosaurus can pull off the farm defend again, with not much room to play around with. I mean, he only has 22 lives, and it looks like Art is sending a mob, so yep, he's going to do the layering with ceramics, seeing if that does anything. Ninja on strong, Blade Maelstrom in time, thanks Bandicam, and he dies. Bandy, and there's something about me in recording these games where Bandy Cat always just wants to, nope, you're not gonna finish this commentary, and cut me off right before the game ends, so I can't even react to it. So, sucks to suck, and on to game 5, where Treeckosaurus and AlwaysRandomTowers are both going ice on Castle. This might be a very intense game. Aside from the fact that you can see, which I forgot to cover up, and probably won't now because I don't know how to crop a movie maker, because stupid me, AlwaysRandomTowers has farms. And he's putting ice in the middle. So I have not really a general idea of what's going to become of this game. Because just by looking at what's happening so far, I have so many outcomes in my head that can happen. For one, AlwaysRandomTowers only has a basically 2-3 mortar for camo detection, because I'm assuming Treeckosaurus or just AlwaysRandomTowers is not going to get rushed with camos, because Treeckosaurus is going to assume that AlwaysRandomTowers is good enough to buy another mortar to defend camos, or just be able to defend camos in general. So that's a thing. AlwaysRandomTowers does have very, very, very little camo detection, especially for the fact that this map is super short, so you can exploit that mortar very easily. So that'll be interesting to see if Treeckosaurus can do. But that is if he farms, because it looks like he's not even farming. So this could mean for Treeckosaurus that he might have Ninja and Dart along with his ice. But then he wouldn't have a way to defend 13 unless he came up with some super OP strat like the Blue Jitsu on Strong for A-game. But no, he has a cannon. Cannon, that only means one thing. You're going to have very, very poor balloon popping power for this. Oh my god, so that's obviously a possibility. And just what else could probably happen? AlwaysRandomTowers weak to camos, Treeckosaurus weak to groups of balloons. Also he might be weak to 13 depending on how greedy he was. And region zebras, yes, he's weak to that too. And ooh, lots of lives gonna be lost here, or not, because that is more OP than I thought. Okay, if AlwaysRandomTowers rods start of 13 all in, Treeckosaurus will die. Oh, no he won't. Okay. But he still might die, depending on how big it is. And AlwaysRandomTowers getting a 2-2 farm. A 2-2 farm. Okay, I am as confused as Ryan Zoo commentating Tyler. I think it was Trevor Squires trolling him. But I know this isn't a troll because I asked for this series to be given me, so spook. Just spook. And I see. I see you, Art. I see you. The 2-4 farm. Actually a very, very, very valid option. Because it is really cheap compared to the 4-2 farm. And on this map, with his towers, him going late game, tell me a better joke. I'll stop, I'm sorry. But actually, him going late game with his towers is about as likely as Mo not ever being king. Yeah, definitely. But Treeckosaurus getting his maulers up. I'm really curious to actually see Treeckosaurus attempt to defend AlwaysRandomTowers' rush, because we still don't know what he could send. It looks like AlwaysRandomTowers is trying to save up while still getting 3-0 attacks. Actually, no, he's not saving up at all. Actually, take that back. He technically is saving up, because the nice thing about what AlwaysRandomTowers is doing is that he gets money off of this bank, yet he doesn't collect it. So he doesn't really have to worry about spending it, which is one of the problems I have. When I get my money, I feel like I have to spend it, which I know I don't have to, but I still want to end up doing. And plus, with the 500 income that AlwaysRandomTowers is getting, that's also giving him more money, opposed to maybe having 315 eco and those 2 farms. So he's getting a bonus 500 eco plus those 2 farms worth, and that's enough to supply him to get past this Moab, I'm assuming. Plus, holy cow, $30,000 from that farm. So, damn, that's going to be a pretty hefty rush that he's going to be sending. But on round 24, and oop, yep, I guessed it, 0 MGs, because look at Treeckosaurus' balloon defense. Let's look at it. 4-2 cannon, 2-0 ice, and assuming at least 3 other 3-0 cannons going up soon. Now, I think that Treeckosaurus has a chance at beating this, but man, he better be smart about what he's doing, because one mistake can result in a lot of pain. And these balloons sneaking kind of far, but taking down the first UMG relatively with ease, but these camos are sneaking through! Mortar stall, so that, excuse me, that must mean a few of them are getting really spooky far. So that basically clears them all off. All turn to reds now. I think that's how the game works. But AlwaysRandomTowers has another Moab to deal with. He's gonna have to sell the Blade Maelstrom, get another one, sell the 3-0 attack to afford it, and bam, Moab is dead. But ooh boy, that's a lot of balloons creeping up on the defense. Gotta get those ice abilities up. Gotta get them up. No cannons, ice abilities. He didn't get them up, and that's gonna be game. That's gonna be game. Yep, didn't get them up. Well, that was a pretty good series right there. Let's just replay this and stop at the exit screen, because we're so professional at this channel at commentating. Yep, as you can see, slow death, bam. Treeckosaurus dies because he did not have enough balloon popping power. Now, if he did have that ice ability, he would have at least stalled for 4 more seconds. And just given him 4 more seconds of time for him to pop those mobs. So, blunder, I don't really say it's a blunder, I just say it was not the best choice of towers to use by Treeckosaurus. Me personally, if I was Treeckosaurus, I would have actually gone for a big one. To be completely honest, I think a big one would have destroyed those balloons, which is going to be something I'm going to have to test. So like the bomb, ice, mortar, ninja, and I'm going to use a big one to destroy 0 MG rush, and if that works, I'm going to be pretty impressed. So otherwise, I think that Treeckosaurus just should have used a different strategy if you wanted to go eco, like Dart Monkey and Tech and Ninja, and though that might only get 1,000 eco, at least it defends, because I have proof on my channel of me defeating Mo and other people with that strategy. So you know what? Dart Monkey rules. At least on this map, when you know you're facing a farmer. But yeah, that is basically the commentary for today. Thank you all for watching, and I'll hopefully see you all in another commentary soon. See you guys.